Hey, what's up, family? My name is Jimmy Scott Jr., and this is Jimmy Jam Gaming. Hey, so I'm back again with another video on the game League of Legends Wild Rift. I did a previous video on the game with the top champion Darius. Be sure to go check out that video. But yeah, man, I'm just excited. I wanted to share with you guys my journey on getting to Plat 4. I just reached Plat 4 today. And when I started, I was Silver 4. So right after my divisional games or promotional games or whatever the games are, when you win a certain amount, they place you. I started at Silver 4 and worked my way up from Silver 4 to Plat 4 in a little under a month. And so I know when I first started playing League back in Season 2, to reach Platinum or Emerald that was a accomplishment. You know, that's saying that you are very skilled and you understand the game. At one point, Gold was the standard, but now it's went up to Platinum and Emerald and Diamond if you're a Diamond player. But yeah, no, it took a while just to get to this point. And so if Plat still is a thing as far as your skill set and showing of your skill set, then I got some tips and things that I hope would help you to get out of low elo. I mean, Plat is still kind of in low elo. You're not really into high elo until you get to like Emerald or Diamond, especially Diamond, right? But it's very close. I will say Platinum is very close to high elo. So you will see a difference in the people who play your games. So like I said, I've been playing since Season 2. I never really cared about ranked, right? I played League of Legends on PC for the most part way before Wild Rift was even a thought. And I never really cared about playing ranked. I didn't like the community. I didn't like people trolling and not really trying to win and throwing games and picking these weird champions to play and all of these different things, and people just didn't care. And so for me, I never really cared, you know? So, but the biggest thing that I did was I understood that if I really wanted to play with better people, then I would have to rank up so they could place me in a pool with people who actually try. And I had to get through that. And so I decided to give rank a try here on Wild Rift. And with a lot of success, I will say. There are not a lot of champions in Wild Rift. So I picked kind of the main champions that I play with on PC and just ran with them. One thing I will say on the difference between Wild Rift and League as far as PC goes is the buttons are a lot closer. The ease of landing skill shots is a lot easier than PC. Not much skill is required since you can kind of auto skill shot if you just press the button. And then also, to me, it seems that the map is very, very short. Like I can get to mid lane and bot lane with the correct boots very, very quickly. So I really like Wild Rift, and it keeps me playing League. So anyway, I want to get into this video just to share with you just a few things about how I got to Plat and the difference between the players in Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Plat, all the way up, right? And hopefully this will encourage you to play more ranked games and get to that skill set where you want to play with people who are actually trying to play correctly and rank up. Like I said, that is really my only reason for playing ranked is I wanted to play with people who could match my skill set instead of playing with people who playing in games where I'm dominating and everybody else is trash. I don't know. That's just kind of how I look at it. Everybody else is trash. I'm doing my part. It sucks to lose and you can't escape it. So I want to help you get out of low elo. And again, I know there are many people who've been playing way longer than me. I've been playing since Season 2, which is quite a long time now. People been playing longer than me, and there's a lot of people out there better than me. But I know what I know, and I want to help you. So I would say the first thing that you need to do is you need to have a handful of champions that you know how to play very, very well in every role that you play. As you can see, my top 3 champions that I actually climbed from silver to platinum with is Ashe, Darius, and Jax. I didn't really play a lot of Jax. I actually just played Darius and Ashe. I played Darius from like silver to gold, and then I started playing Ashe from like gold all the way up until I got to plat. The reason why I play Darius, I'm primarily a top laner, and Darius used to frustrate the heck out of me when I was playing on PC. I actually am a Teemo main on PC. Like, I really just play Teemo. I know Teemo in and out. I know he's a troll pick because it's ranged, and you just don't go range in the top lane. It's kind of like cheating. But, hey, I'm trying to win, and I'm trying to rank up. And I wanted to be the number 1 Teemo player in the world. That was my thought. So I played a lot of Teemo. And there were just a handful of champions that actually gave me problems as I was trying to rank up. And then I also realized it's hard to carry a game with Teemo because he just doesn't do enough team fight damage. You're kind of reliant on the shrooms to help you in the team fight. He can, but he's still squishy. He can't really sustain. And so not many players are playing sustain champions anymore. You got your Luxes and your Aharis and your Akali and, you know, Evelyns and all these squishy champions. And you add one more squishy champion in there. If your opposing opponent is, say, Garen, Darius, you know, Dr. Mundo, Singe, something like that, where they have sustain, Leona, right? You kind of done for. So I wanted someone that not only I can have to sustain my lane, but also do tons of damage. And that champion was Darius. The reason why I didn't really like Darius at first is because I didn't quite understand how to play him on PC. Like, his kit was kind of hard for me. I didn't know how to land the combos. I didn't understand the combos of what to do and how to actually do that damage that people were doing to me, right? You ever had a champion that seems to just wreck you, and then when you pick that champion up, you just can't seem to do any damage? Darius was that champion for me. So I picked Darius up. I went to training in Wild Rift, and I trained for quite some time against counters. Right? You know, when you go to training in Wild Rift, they're going to default Garen. I mean, you can change the champion in training from Garen. And so I would always play against Darius's counters. And that's one big, that would be the second thing I would encourage you to do. Go train. Once you find your champions that you are very, very comfortable with, go to training and train. You have no idea how much you can improve in your skill set until you go to the training grounds and actually train your skill shots, train your basic attacks, train your wave control, and the reason why I do a lot more training than I actually do playing in the games. The reason why I do that is because I don't always have the time to play games. Games take quite a bit of time depending on the team and, you know, the flow of the game. It could go anywhere from 20 to 30, sometimes an hour, right? Depending on the team, and especially in low elo, because players like to drag out games instead of focusing on objectives and in the objective of the game. And so I do a lot more training in my spare time, and plus I have my baby to take care of. So whenever I'm just wanting to play League, or I have time to be on my phone, I just go train. And then when I have time to actually play a game, I'll go play a game. So the first thing I would do and encourage you to do is to find those top champions in every role. I would say you need to have at least minimum 2 champions, right? Because someone's going to pick your champion when you play ranked, right? My top 2 champions in the top lane would be Darius, Teemo, and then if all else fails, Jax, right? I'm going Jax. I don't often play Jax in the top. I like Jax jungle, but I can play Jax in the top, right? And then bot lane, it would be Ashe. Second would probably be Misfortune. Third would probably be Draven. I have not had a lot of luck with Draven. as he does a lot of damage, but he has no range, and you will lose out on that 9 times out of 10 if you do not have an aggressive support who can attack aggressively and support you. So Draven would probably be my number 3, but Miss Fortune does have the range. So like I said, you got to find your top champions in every role. I have a champion to play in every role, no matter where I go. Number 2, like I said, go to training and train with these champions. You should know their strengths and weaknesses inside and out. You should know the counter champions' strengths and weaknesses inside and out. Don't always just pick your champions to practice with. Pick the counters. I've played with Akali in training more so than I've played with Darius, because I know Darius inside and out. I know how far his E can stretch, his grab. I know how far his Q can go. Same thing with Ashe. I know her attack speed. I know her ult. I know how to control. I know all of these champions inside and out. I need to practice with the counters. So in training, I play mostly with the counters. So Akali, Olaf, Teemo, Vayne, all these people that I could potentially face in the top lane or the bottom lane, I choose so that I can know their abilities, know their cooldowns, know how long it's going to be. So when I'm playing the opponent, it's mostly just anticipation and skill. If I know their champion, I know what to expect. I just need to know their skill, right? And again, these are key things in order for you to get to plat. The third thing that I would say that you would need after you've identified your champions and you've practiced your champions and you know their counter champions that counter them and their skills, right? The third thing, make sure your runes and your items are ready. Please do not rely on the recommended. Do not continue to choose the recommended. There are better items that pair better with the champions that you select. The recommended is just what they recommend. It is not what is strongest or best or in the meta for the champion. Recommended would have you picking Black Cleaver on Ashe when she needs attack speed in order to get going. She can't even farm correctly without attack speed. You would miss all your minions without attack speed, but yet you're building armor pen when no ADC is building armor. What armor are you penetrating if they don't have armor? You don't need to penetrate any armor. You need speed and critical strikes, right? Burst, things like that. So do not rely on the recommended. What I did, just go Google whatever your champion is. Just Google the runes for that champion and whatever items they recommend. Google those to see what the top players are running. So, for example, for Darius, top players are usually running Triforce and Deadman's, right? Deadman's is defensive item, gives you movement speed. Triforce is a little bit of everything. And I like Trinity Force because you get that attack speed and you get the bleed off a lot more with the basic attacks. So you want to find what's best for the champions of what the top people are actually playing with. And that way you can get the most out of your champion and the items that they will be using, get the most out of it and get the most damage. And the last thing that I want to leave you with is courage. You have to have courage and you got to have some confidence when you play. You know, when I first started, I always considered myself a gold player, right? Like as I was going through silver, I'm like, I know I'm a gold player. I know that my skill set is gold. And then when I reached gold and I continued to play in gold, then my goals reached higher. And I'm like, I know I'm a platinum player, right? Like I know my skill set. If this is gold, then I'm a platinum player because the people I'm playing against still are making mistakes. And then now that I'm a platinum player, I still feel like, oh, I'm an emerald player, or I'm a diamond player, or I'm a challenger player. Like my confidence level just continues to rise, even in the losses. Even in the losses, if I know I lost, but yet I played well, I know my skill set is still high than everybody else. And so my confidence shoots through the roof. You got to have confidence. And you got to have courage to continue even when you lose. So I just wanted to leave y'all with just a few things. If you want to see some gameplay on just some small tips to actually help you climb and rank, just leave me a comment down in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to make some more videos for you guys. Like I said, I've been playing League for quite a long time now, and I have a lot of knowledge, a lot of understanding about how this game works. So, like I said, I'm here for you. I wish you nothing but success on your climb and ranked. Remember those things, and definitely the counterplay, right? Remember the people that counter you. All right. Peace and blessing to you.